Masters of the Universe 2 – Why the sequel never released. The journey for the movie Masters of the Universe has been rather intriguing. It all started with the popularity of the He-Man toys that were being made by Mattel Company. Soon there was a cartoon show to cash in on the success, and on the trails of the cartoon, the movie was ready to begin. The rise and fall of Canon films. Let us refresh your memories a little. Masters of the Universe was a product from the Canon group that invested heavily in many B hits. They also had the license to make a sequel, so in order to ease you into the painful consequences of the cult classic, we must first give you a brief insight into the world of Canon films. This production house rose in prominence during the 70s into the late 80s. Some of the star actors of that era, such as Chuck Norris and Charles Bronson, signed on for numerous movies for Canon films. These raked in the big bucks and started having bigger aspirations. Soon they started investing big with some of their movies, such as the Sylvester Stallone starrer Over the Top and Life Force, both of which tanked at the box office. They cast their eyes on becoming Hollywood A-listers, which required them to step into bigger shoes. They also started obtaining expensive rights to movies from Marvel and other companies. The rights for a Superman movie were purchased at an enormous cost from the producers, and they never could really do justice to the project. Unfortunately for Canon films, they turned out to have bitten a little more than they could chew. They were not capable of handling the massive spending that was required for such big-budget movies for sets, costumes, and special effects. This led to budgetary problems that hampered the quality of some movies. The immense budget cuts for the Superman 4 movie ensured that the special effects were never up to the expectations of the audience. With failures all over the place, the production house depended on the Masters of the Universe to be a huge hit. That, of course, never happened, and the fact that even the He-Man toys stopped being as popular did not help the cause. The sorry state of the production house is always an ominous sign for a sequel project, and in the case of Masters of the Universe 2, it was no exception. The painstaking story of Albert Pyun, a Canon Films director. The curious case of Albert Pyun is that of shattered dreams and aspirations regarding the cancellation of the Masters of the Universe sequel. In an interview, he narrated his ordeal where he invested his energy and creativity in planning for a Spider-Man movie along with a sequel for Masters of the Universe. He had advanced to the stage of casting people as Spider-Man and He-Man for the two movies respectively. I can't remember who he cast for Peter Parker, but big wave surfer Laird Hamilton was cast as He-Man, replacing Dolph Lundgren. When he learned that the rights for the Spider-Man movie were on the brink of expiration, he took the initiative and brought the proposal of making the two movies back-to-back. Yoram Globus and Menahem Golan, the two stalwarts of Canon films, agreed, and Albert was all set with the preparations. The Spider-Man movie was supposed to be made with the original plotline. As for Masters of the Universe 2, the director had gone to the extent of penning down his own script. The casting was complete and aspects like sets, costumes, etc. were taken care of. The career graph for Albert Pyun was all set for an upward trajectory when misfortune struck. They had planned to shoot the two movies simultaneously. The idea was to shoot 2 weeks of Spider-Man before going on to work 6 weeks for Masters of the Universe 2 and then coming back to complete the Spider-Man movie. Just as the shooting process was about to start, it was found out that Canon Films had defaulted their payment for the rights of the Spider-Man movie to Marvel. Even the Mattel Company that made the He-Man toys awaited a substantial payment for the rights of the sequel for Masters of the Universe. As the negotiations failed, the movies could never go ahead. The makeshift arrangement, Cyborg. As we have already discussed, when the Spider-Man movie and Masters of the Universe 2 stopped dead in their tracks, Canon Studio was in a fix. They had spent a fortune of $2 million on the costumes and set for these movies, and now they stared at crazy losses. The solution was once again offered by Albert Pyun, who produced a movie that could utilize most of the set and costume that were already in place. The result was the movie Cyborg that was quickly put together. It was shot in 24 days, and even with the salary for the lead actor Van Damme, the budget was somewhere around a meager $500,000.
Kneel before your master!
Reboot, which has Noah Centineo playing our muscular hero He-Man. That movie is in some good hands, and it was supposed to start filming this year, but the current pandemic situation has halted the production. We're soon going to launch a video that covers every update on the reboot of Masters of the Universe. So keep it at Marvelous Video, and if you liked our content, don't forget to subscribe. Have a fantastic day ahead, and stay safe.